What's going on, guys? Beasts and Dragons here, and welcome back to Split Screen Championship on F1 2020. This is round 9 for the Belgian Grand Prix.
Well, as you can see on your screen right now, Max Verstappen is not even in the top 10 because he decided to do a spin, bit it into the barrier, and now he is last. Well,
so there you go.
I've qualified you again. How do you feel?
I feel absolutely depressed. All that time we could be left playing F1 2020 and I can't even complete a lap. It's completely embarrassing. But race strategy, it's going to be another one-stop race. I'm going to be starting on the medium tyres, doing the alternate strategy, looking to see if we can be a bit more punchy towards the end of the Grand Prix.
Well, let's get into the Belgium Grand Prix. So here we are, revving up to 5 red lights here now for the Belgium Grand Prix.
And we are underway here in Belgium. And it's a good start from Lewis Hamilton, and Bottas immediately going defensive on him.
Well, meanwhile, now we're going into turn 1. It looks like Hamilton had the better of the starts between the two silver arrows, but Bottas has somehow remained ahead, and I'm up to P3 ahead of my teammate.
And meanwhile, at the back of the field, we've absolutely sent it. We're side by side with an Alfa Romeo Giovinazzi. We're going to have to lane through, but we damaged our front wing, and Fiat goes through as well. And we're back in last place, for goodness sake.
Meanwhile, Hamilton now goes to the outside line of Valtteri Bottas. Will he be able to get the move done around the outside? Side by side go the Mercedes. It's absolutely wonderful to see that they are both fighting, and that gives Charles Leclerc me a chance to have a go at Lewis Hamilton down the inside. And we've somehow managed to send it. We really squeezed Hamilton off. And now Vettel is with us.
And now Vettel looking to get another bite of the cherry here. Vettel and Dragons moving ahead of the championship leader. Meanwhile, we're struggling in last place because we've lost part of our front wing.
Well, there's not much for you to worry about as you're on the medium tyre. You're on the alternate strategy. You just needed a good start, but you didn't get a great start at all.
I was up to 15th, and then I was side by side with Giovinazzi. We tried to let him through, and then Danny Fiat comes out of nowhere.
Well, that is definitely not what you needed, but it's a bunch of slow cars ahead of you. I'm confident you'll be able to get ahead. So here goes Max Verstappen, shortly after we just finished recording there, and he'll easily ahead. Is that Nicholas Latifi?
It is Latifi, of course it's Latifi. He's slow in that Williams, and Bottas actually leading a Grand Prix. It's great to see it. Now we're going to dive down the inside of Kevin Magnussen, the first of the two Haas drivers, into the bus stop chicane. He is actually giving it a good fight on the inside line. We get good traction, but we get stuck on the curb there. But we use the last bit of overtake, and we're up in the 18th place, and we're making a bit of progress on the back of the field.
Well, here comes Sebastian Vettel now here in the Kemmel Straight. He's going to want to get ahead of me here, just like Silverstone.
It is just like Silverstone. Vettel looking to get ahead of Leclerc here for second place at the Grand Prix.
I've actually gone purple.
And you've gone okay. You out-qualify me, and now you're going purple.
Well, then again, I did use overtake throughout the entire sector, but either way, brilliant stuff from Ferrari that the engine patch hasn't completely screwed us over yet, and I keep going wide here. I need to really manage that corner.
Well, Dragons, after the chaotic race in Italy in real life, you're looking to actually finish this Grand Prix.
Yeah, well, in our Italian Grand Prix, I managed to win for Ferrari under Tifosi, and that was the last race we just did.
Yeah, it was. So, Pierre Gasly, congrats in real life. It was a crazy race, but we're going to focus on this one because now Russell is actually fighting with Danny Fiat for 15th place, and he's developed a bit of a car train here. I'm looking to take advantage by passing Magnussen, but we can't. Grosjean and Magnussen's coming at us.
Well, that's interesting. You're going to really struggle to get ahead of these guys, and if you were on softs, you'd definitely consider the undercut.
Yeah, but we get past Roman Grosjean.
I've run out of hers! I've run out of hers!
Dragons has run out of hers! And Sebastian Vettel will be looking for an opportunity.
Well, Vettel now, they're going to go around the outside. I've given him the opportunity. He's actually managed to get side by side with his teammate. But I think because the outside line has a much better exit, we'll stay ahead. But this is not helping our chances to win. Well, I've not had an awful exit after the source, but I've managed to use a bit of hers to get away. I'm really losing time to Bottas here.
And we've absolutely sent it on George Russell up into 16th
I might have no choice. I'm going to let Vettel through here, but I'm not going to make it easy for Hamilton. Wait, is Vettel even using hers?
I don't even know what's going on, but Hamilton's looking to make it a 2-for-1 down the Kemmel Straight. And Vettel is going to try and go round the outside of his teammate. His teammate just lets him through.
Yep.
I don't think there was any more you could have done there, Dragons. So a good move there from you. And now you're looking to keep Hamilton behind.
We at Ferrari are quite far away, from the Constructors title. So we need to at least do a bit to catch up to Red Bull, and this is our chance, this is our opportunity. Like Silverstone, if we can get a double podium here, that will do us absolute wonders.
Well, mate, no one's near the Constructors. It's not even a fight for the Constructors Championship. We all know Mercedes are going to win the Constructors Championship. It's inevitable.
Of course, I could have done more self-destruction by holding up Vettel. But really, just like Silverstone, he seems quicker than me here. As long as I can just stay on the back of him, I will be fine. I'm really struggling here in Spa.
Well, yeah, you almost went off the circuit there. And that's not what I did in qualifying. So you want to replicate the second. Speaking of nearly replicating mistakes, that's exactly how we crashed in qualifying, and somehow we were able to save it, and thankfully we're still within a chance to at least get at least 1 point in this thing.
Well, what a wonderful sight it was when I saw you go off in qualifying. Just had to focus on my lap and I'd out-qualify you again. But right now, it looks like our qualifying is doing us a world of good for Ferrari, because we're second and third. Now this is good news for me, because Vettel has kept me in DRS. Wait a minute! Is that Hamilton with a problem? Oh my god!
I think it is Hamilton, is it?
It is Hamilton! Albon goes through into 4th place, and Hamilton's got an issue!
Lewis Hamilton is out of the Belgian Grand Prix!
Oh my god, isn't that brilliant?
Huge game changer in the Drivers' Championship! As far as I'm concerned, Hamilton's not going to score any points.
Wow, would you believe it? That's also giving me a bit of breathing room to keep 3rd place with more than a second to the car behind. And I'm actually going to be coming into the pits this lap, as I feel like I am struggling on these soft tyres.
Well, the window of opportunity has been opened. You've got to try something different to the AI in order to get another race victory, Dragons. You could have 2 on the bounce and have more race wins than me.
And Red Bull as the whole constructor, that would be awesome. But at the moment, 3rd place is looking like a real solid target now. So I'm going to be coming into the pits. If there was a safety car, this would be the absolute opportune time to come into the pits, as I'm still struggling on the rear end. I need to not hit the wall there, and I haven't. Now coming into the pits, we're going to be extra careful, going at 18 miles an hour. I just got to be really sure that I'm not going too quickly. We do not want a penalty.
Yeah, absolutely not. Especially that Hamilton is out of the Belgian Grand Prix. And that will definitely change things in the Drivers' Championship. Medium tyres going on for Dragons as he looks to go to the end of the Grand Prix. And the question is, where will he be when Vettel and Bottas make their pit stops?
At the moment, I'm down in plumb last. What is that?
Oh my days.
You're so careful just to not hit the wall in the pit entry, but then you hit on the pit exit. That's gotta help me a lot, considering I'm really struggling out of O'Reilly's. But anyway, we're gonna have to continue with a slightly damaged front wing. You know what? We're not gonna dwell on it. We're gonna keep going and just try not to let it affect us too much. Meanwhile, the team are making a move on Russell. Well, here I am on George Russell. I've not been able to pass him, but I've been able to get close to him. Please tell me I don't have more damage. Ah, thank God, we're safe.
So it's alright for now. He'll live to fight another lap, but speaking of fighting, Latifi wants to have a go at you still.
Well, Latifi was unable to make the move on Russell, holding them 2 up, meaning I got a bit closer to the Williams car. I'm not sure how many warnings I've got, actually. Could I have a go? Could I send it? I will send it on George Russell. It's a very awkward send. Oh, no!
Oh, is it Russell?
Oh, for God's sake! For God's sake! We've made contact with Russell, and this is the worst outlap you'll ever see in your life. We managed to get going again, but that is absolutely awful news.
The rust is real. I think that's going to be the title of this video, Dragons. I think I've figured out a title already. The rust is real, because honestly, what in God's name is happening in this Belgian Grand Prix?
We went for the dive bomb, and it was a perfectly reasonable one, and we just seemed to understeer. Oh, what a joke.
Meanwhile, 1 lap 6, back to our POV.
Oh, dear God.
No, you're not. Oh, he's out. Done. I'm done with this game.
You've even got a penalty for a warning for it, and I'm right up with Lando Norris. I don't know where he was running before his pit stop, but that can't be a good thing.
Okay, so we've finally passed Fiat, and we've fended off Valtteri Bottas, despite him just literally ending my career again.
Last time was Vettel.
Remember, it was Silverstone where Sebastian Vettel mugged me into Maggotts and Beckett. We're not having it happen again, so we stay ahead of Bottas just for redemption's sakes, really. I mean, I don't even know where we're going to end up at the end of Grand Prix. We're currently 8th on lap 6, so if we can get ahead of Dragons, the guy who's just thrown his entire race away. I think I'll be fine.
Well, it hasn't been self-destruct. I mean, it really has. It hasn't been self-destructive from Ferrari, but from me myself. And how have I got a penalty? Oh, it's a right.
I got one.
Oh my god. Maybe we should change it to penalties galore this title, because it's an absolutely chaotic race right now. Hamilton out, me doing worse and worse with my front wing, and you're just getting overtaken by Bottas again.
Alright, to Blanchimont, we're on the grass. Like, I don't even know what's the point of even trying anymore, Dragon.
Oh my god.
Bottas has passed us. We're down to 9th place. We've got a damaged front wing that we've been nursing since the first lap of the Grand Prix, and now we've got a penalty. It doesn't get any worse.
Things seem so promising for Ferrari here at the start of this race, but now both end plates are damaged, and I might just have to retire the car here. As Lando Norris is looking to have a go, this is a bit realistic to real life. McLaren overtaking Ferrari. I'm going to fight back, of course, as it's the only thing it's worth fighting for right now, as we're definitely not fighting for the podium.
Huge titanic battle here for 17th place in the Belgian Grand Prix.
Actually, it's for probably P14 right now. It's not for 17th. Yeah, it is for P14.
What am I doing? Again, like, it was like our video at Silverstone, our first video on this game. I'm just putting myself off while watching you. I'm not even focusing on what I'm doing.
Well, I've got severe damage, I've got a penalty, and I'm down in 14th after being 3rd earlier. What a disaster.
Well, it's an utter disaster for both of us. I thought I was going to do the alternate strategy and come back and get some solid points. And Dragons thought he was going to win again.
No, I wasn't thinking I was going to win. I definitely wasn't going to win, but I was hoping for a double podium. But I'm now going to be the sole reason why we're not going to get a double podium.
Well, here's Norris again. He's going to make a move, and finally, I think he's just got past our wounded Ferrari.
I think I've actually got the real downforce of the SF1000 for this damage. But what a disaster. Well, now into the pits comes Max Verstappen. I crashed on the pit exit. Will you crash on the pit entry? Oh, disappointingly not. But either way, whether you crashed or not, you're going to have to change your front wing.
Yeah, we're going to have to change it now. Lap 7 out of 11. It's felt like an absolute age in this Grand Prix. We've only done 7 laps of it. And now we're coming in for soft tyres, but we have to change the front wing after colliding with Danik Fiat. And you're coming... Why are you coming in, Dragons?
Well, we have no choice. You're on the soft, and you're going to try and get the fastest lap. So, I'm also going to try and get the fastest lap as well. Okay. It's the only point I have a chance of getting in this race so far.
Well, you have to be in the top 10, so I don't know what point you're trying to talk about.
No, but remember, we have the fastest lap point either way. So, it's all good anyway if you get the fastest lap.
Oh, yeah.
So, meanwhile, with you, you're going to try and get past me. Like I said, I'm going to be very, very careful at the pit exit this time. And we're coming out of the pits in a solid P19. At least I'm not last. Oh, wait. We are last. We're complete last as Hamilton has retired. So, it's good to know that I'll be getting no points on Hamilton with my biggest opportunity.
Well, it's good news, Dragons. It's alright. Maybe Vettel might win this Grand Prix. We don't even know where he is at the moment.
I think Bottas is winning, but Vettel might have a solid chance if his in-lap was good, as he did the overcut. But this lap is now kind of acting as a kind of what's the lap? Out lap in qualifying. We need to just make sure that we don't wear out the tyres. If we do, we'll just pit again and do another lap.
Well, meanwhile, we're looking to get points. Remember, we do have a 3-second penalty as well, so we're going to have to push even harder and trying our dear best of getting at least 1 point in this race.
This is like a mutated version of our F1 2013 Belgium Grand Prix. Chaos everywhere, except we are right in the middle of that chaos right now.
Exactly, we've both been caught in the chaos that has been this Grand Prix. I mean, it's starting to... The sun is starting to shine around Belgium, but I don't think the sun will be shining in the Red Bull or Ferrari camp at this point.
Maybe if Vettel gets the podium, it will be a little bit of sunlight for Ferrari. Meanwhile, you are now going to be setting off to try and get points. Right, here is one of the greatest laps that you'll ever see in a Ferrari. You keep overtake on for some reason going into La Source, and we short shift to gear 3. And this is what I was talking about in Silverstone. Pure pace is here in this Ferrari car, and you will see why. We're going to turn back on the overtake. Maybe I could have a corner cut or 2 in this lap, considering even if I do get a penalty, it's all pointless in the end. Well, as you can see, I've gone purple. This is just how quick this Ferrari can be. I've had a massive lockup, but that'll contribute to our exit, as we're allowed to put on the power early, as you've caught up to Lando Norris.
Yeah, we managed to catch up to Lando Norris. We've actually set our personal bests through the first 2 sectors, and now we're on our way to Blanchimont, looking to make a move on Lando Norris. We don't have much ERS left, as we're only on 9%, and we've got 2 laps to go, so we're really running out of time here, so we need to get this McLaren out of the way if we have any chance of actually getting into the top 10, let alone scoring points.
Or maybe you might have to do the alternate strategy. That's what I'm doing here. Trying to get the fastest lap. I've got... Oh, whatever. What the hell? You've just gone and got the fastest lap. Never mind then. You know what? Never mind the alternate strategy I was talking about. And I've run out of verse. Oh, how pointless. How hopeless can this be?
Forget about it. Forget about the fastest lap. Let's see if we can do it anyway, but I highly doubt it. As now we're on lap 10. We've got 2 laps to go.
It's going to have a lovely extension there. Come on. Get in! Fastest lap by a few hundredths of a second. If this was qualifying, I would have out-qualified you again. And hopefully now we can just cruise to the line and keep that fastest lap. Or maybe push for another one, because it's not that safe. That fastest lap I've just got there.
No, it's only by just half a tenth of a second, really. We're going green again. And we're not held up by a McLaren, and now we're looking to pass the Alfa Romeo. I think it's Giovinazzi in front, so I'm looking to get some payback on this guy.
Is it the fastest? Well, it is the fastest lap. Well, now things seem pointless. You've just taken my 1 chance of a championship point.
Alright, so thanks to the made-up rule we made up, I'm actually going to get 1 championship point in this horrific Belgian Grand Prix.
And you actually managed to absolutely destroy my lap as well. Maybe have I got anything left for this final lap? And my tyre's at 20%. It seems unlikely. I didn't even save Urs this lap, because I was so sure I was going to get the fastest lap for this race.
Well, unfortunately, Dragons, we've snatched that from you. Not the first time it's happened, and I don't think it will be the last time it will happen either. But regardless of all this, it's been a disaster for both of us, because we could really gain on Hamilton. And speaking, oh my days, we tried to pass Giovinazzi, and we looked for a gap that simply wasn't there. And that's why I think the title of this video is going to be The Rust is Real, because none of us are racing properly.
I've got a message saying that you're not allowed the fastest lap if you're outside the top 10 anymore. Well, your luck seems to have run out. Well, I wish anyway. I absolutely wish. But either way, I wouldn't be getting the point either. But I think Valtteri Bottas is in the lead.
Well, we'll find out who wins the Grand Prix in a few moments' time, but I don't think we're even going to get... I think that's Fiat in front. Damn you, Fiat! Bottas steals the fastest lap! It happens every time you have the fastest lap. The AI just put in the fastest lap of the Grand Prix for no reason.
So basically, all our attempts earlier were just pointless.
We're going to get absolutely nothing. Valtteri Bottas wins the Belgian Grand Prix. Pierre Gasly is going to finish 10th. And we're going to get absolutely nothing. Unbelievable. Why is he celebrating? Why is he celebrating?
I don't know, maybe he's happy he did better than last season in Belgium. Maybe he's genuinely happy he finished the race this time. But what a disaster here in Belgium.
And now we wait for Dragons, driver of the day. Dragons in the Ferrari comes through the bus stop chicane to get a well-deserved and depressing 19th place. What a disastrous comeback to the series.
And we crossed the line in pure last. What a disaster of a race.
What a disaster of a return to this series.
But maybe Bottas has a chance to win the championship. There's a positive that we can take from that horrible Belgium Grand Prix.
Here's Valtteri Bottas celebrating, and Daniel Ricciardo ended up on the podium. So that has been the Belgian Grand Prix.
Well, at least it's a Ferrari podium. Look at Albon. Where's Albon in that?
We all know Albon's slow anyway.
You know, I saw the black kit of the Renault and I thought, is that Hamilton?
Nah, Hamilton retired, so Bottas definitely staking a claim towards the Drivers' Championship this season. So there are your 4 results of a disastrous Belgian Grand Prix.
But there are positives to take. Go down to find Hamilton here. Let's just realise, hopefully, my lap was quicker than Lewis Hamilton's. Look at it. Look at it. So you're going to pure pace from Ferrari.
Unbelievable. But that's the main story, guys. Lewis Hamilton out of the Belgian Grand Prix after falling down to 4th. had a mechanical problem with his Mercedes, and he's forced to retire and get no points for the first time in a very long time. I can't even pinpoint when the last time was.
Not entirely sure.
He didn't score points, but main story that is, Bottas wins, Vettel second.
Albon misses out in 4th again. Again. No lie about it.
Right, Ocon 5th, my favourite driver, Lance Stroll finishes 6th, Carlos Sainz 7th, Raikkonen 8th.
What a race for Renault,
Perez 9th. Yeah, great result for Renault. And Pierre Gasly rounding up the top 10 for AlphaTauri.
Well, that is the end of today's video, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. Be sure to like, comment, follow, subscribe.
And we promise that we'll do better in the next episode, because this one was absolutely dreadful. Goodbye.